Should a proposed law by a U.S. Republican Senator, Bernie Moreno, to limit the ability of an American citizen to hold two citizenships stop you or prevent you from moving forward and applying for an additional citizenship if you're eligible for it? In my opinion, it's exactly the opposite. This is actually the time for you to try to apply for an additional citizenship and passport if you're eligible for it. Let me explain. The proposed law in its current wording is very drastic. I don't think the current law will ever pass anyway. I don't think this law, even in a less drastic form, has a chance to pass currently. However, I do think that this proposed law teaches us about changes in international realities regarding immigration that will come into effect in the next decade. However, if such a law will ever pass, I don't think it will pass in its current wording, meaning that a U.S. citizen currently that holds more than one citizenship will need to choose between his foreign citizenship or his U.S. citizenship. What I do think could pass in the not near future is that someone that wants to naturalize in the USA will need to relinquish his other citizenship. Or if a U.S. citizen applies for another citizenship, he'll need to relinquish his U.S. citizenship. This is the way it works today, for example, in countries like Austria and Germany in various situations. I think that if a law would pass that is similar to the proposed law of Bernie Moreno, it will pass more or less like this. And therefore, if you are eligible for an additional passport and citizenship, this is the time to apply so you can make sure you have the ability to hold more than one citizenship, even if such a law passes. Of course, this is just my prediction. This is my 2 cents. I'm not a prophet. I don't know exactly how the future will look, but this is my advice as an international immigration lawyer. If you want more tips on similar matters, continue following us.